G'day and welcome to another episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups. On this episode, we're just going to be going through a couple of things that are going to be happening towards the end of this year and what new material I've got coming up as of next year, along with the Christmas break and new exciting adventures that we're all going to be going on together. So first of all, thanks heaps to every one of you subscribers. The 210 at the time in which I filmed this video. I really appreciate everyone being here and watching the videos, giving me comments, feedback, whether it be positive or negative, and reaching out to me not only through Instagram, but also through YouTube to help me become a better YouTuber and a better mechanic. So as you've seen, I've done a couple of builds for people so far. We're going to get into those shortly. Now, first things first, I've got myself a list like I always have to do with different things. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is a new sponsor or possibly sponsors coming up in the new year. So I've just signed a contract with a new company in which you guys will see shortly. I'm only going to do a brief video on it. It is non-car related whatsoever. So if you're looking to get fit and healthy, this company will help with that. So if you're looking to have guns like these, by any means, follow the link in the description when I post the video. So there's also another big name sponsor that could potentially be getting on board. I'm not going to give too much detail away, but it is probably going to be a game changer if they get on board. The next thing, as you can see, so there's a couple of pieces of ag equipment here. So ag is agricultural. There is a quad bike here. This is a Yamaha Moto 4 or 4 Moto, however you say it. And behind me as well, there is another Yamaha 110cc bike. That little 110 belongs to one of the young guys that comes in and helps us out once a week at Penrith City Tyres Automotive. So he's asked me to help get it running for him. So we're going to be doing that quite shortly. So you'll probably see that in the next coming weeks. The next thing on my list, you're probably wondering, where is my Mini and why is it not in the shed? So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, if you don't, check out the link in the description below. You can follow me there. Several weeks back, long story short, I had a bit of a beef with someone that I was doing a bit of work for. I'm not going to mention any names, but we had a bit of a falling out. This person had my car at their shop. I went to collect it, I got it, and then 2 days later I drove it up the coast to go see my Omar, who unfortunately has dementia, and on the way back, 3 out of the 4 wheel studs completely snapped off. Now, I'm not saying that this person did it, but it is a bit of a coincidence that it happened not long after I picked up the car. So, you know, shit happens. It is currently next door at my neighbour's place, who has allowed me to keep it there. I'm going to do an episode on repairing the wheel stud. So we're going to have to jack the car up, put it on a stand, obviously, pull the wheel off, pull the drum off, and punch in a couple of new studs. Hopefully the wheel bearing's okay. If not, we do have a new wheel bearing for it, so we can repair that and just replace it, really. It is a bit of a, wouldn't say really tricky thing to do, but it's just very time consuming. So I'll take some tools next door, I'll take my GoPro and a couple of lights, and we can go next door and we can fix it there, and then hopefully get it back on the road this year. Well, we probably will get it on the road this year, but whether or not you actually see it before Christmas of 2021 is another thing. So for those of you who cottoned on to the little Easter eggs in which I placed in a couple of the videos that I've done recently, so right here was a blue and white Mini. Now, for those of you who wanted to know, it is a Morris Mini 850, which is a 1962 model. So that's a new episode, series of episodes, should I say, that's coming up soon. So it's probably going to be close to half a dozen episodes of me pulling that down, and we're going to be going through everything, what we did, how I met the customer, what he wanted to get done, and the end result. So that's definitely coming up in the next year. It probably won't be this year, only because I do have a lot of editing to do with those episodes. Now, at the start of every year in the ACT, which is the Australian Capital Territory, which is in Canberra, so it is within the state of New South Wales, but obviously being a territory, it is a different territory compared to the state of New South Wales. So from where I live to Canberra, which is the capital there, it's probably about 2.5 hours drive, maybe 3 at most. They run a competition called Summer Nats. Now, this is pretty much an Australian burnout competition. They have a big show and shine. They do a big power cruise. They drive around. People do burnouts. They hold competitions there for best burnout, best car. My mates and myself are going to be driving down there, likely in the Mini, and we're going to spend a weekend down there. So we're going to head down probably early Saturday morning. We'll both just share the driving, not that it's going to be that far. Go down there, we'll do a heap of filming throughout the day, come back, go out for dinner, and then the following day we'll just take it easy and we'll just cruise on home. So it will be a good experience for him and I to just hang out and spend a bit of time together, which would be nice, and bring you guys along for the ride. So that's definitely going to be on the cards. If anyone's watching this and wants to join us or meet us down there, wherever it may be, by any means hit me up, social media, or even just in the comments section down below. The next thing, the 1275 A+ engine. So just down here beside me, hopefully you can see, we do have now the engine plate. So what goes between the timing chain and the block. So now that we've got that, which is just over there, we're going to start the reassembly process. Because I've never done one of these with a vernier type adjusting chain set up with the Mini. I do have my mate from Mini Classic Garage who's going to be jumping in and helping me do the video to then show you guys how to do it. So as far as I was aware, it was just dot to dot with the cam and the crankshaft, pulleys, and then away we go, reassemble it. But to get the most out of the engine, it is best to not only get a dial gauge indicator, take the head off and do several setup steps, but also make sure you dial it in 100%. So it might only be out by a couple of degrees, but that might give you, a couple of extra horsepower. So we're going to set it up so it is 100% spot on and has the best advance and retard curve in terms of the ignition timing. So that's going to be coming up soon. Now, another thing with the 1275 A+ engine that I'm building for the subscriber, this is turning also not only into an engine and gearbox rebuild, along with clutch obviously, but it is also going to be turning into a full project build. So there's going to be a big series of builds going on here, or episode should I say, towards the whole build. So we're going to be doing everything right from the engine, the transmission, all the way through to the wiring, probably even doing some interior as well. We're going to be building the full suspension, the brakes, the fuel line. We're going to be starting this thing up. So we're working on a bit of a time frame at the moment as to how long it's going to take us. I'm guessing maybe 6 months. With all the parts that we've got so far. So we're just going to kind of work through that. So as we go to get the car, bring it back here, how we're going to put the engine in and do the suspension, do all the brakes, all that sort of stuff. We're going to tackle those issues one by one, but you will see it right here. So as you can see, my garage is not overly big, but it is big enough for a Mini. So given I've taken an engine and gearbox out and back in previously with the blue 850, I know exactly obviously what I'm doing, being a mechanic. I would want to bloody hope so, but I'm going to be able to do it all inside here. So it is going to be a little bit tricky. It is a rolling shell at the moment, which is great, but we do need to take the subframes out to be able to run the brake and fuel lines along with the battery cables and anything else that he wants to run in there at the time. So that's going to be a next big project, probably coming up next year. So we're going to probably finish off the A-Series engine this year, hopefully, and hopefully before Christmas you guys will see that. If not, you'll probably see it early next year, which is not really going to matter too much. Now, you probably noticed as well, I'm releasing one video a week every Thursday, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time at 10 AM. So that just gives me the option to not release so much material every single week and keep you guys on edge as to what's coming. But also it doesn't wear me out too much, given that work is starting to pick up with my main job. It's getting a little bit more difficult to try and find the time to get all these builds and stuff done and get the filming and the editing done. The filming is quite easy, but all the editing that goes into it all. So it's going to be something that I'll probably have several months worth of material. I might try and release 1 or 2 videos a week, but I just want my analytics to be nice and consistent. I don't want to start pumping 2 or 3 episodes a week and staying up late and missing time with my family and my wife and starting to impact my day job. So that's the reason why I try and release at least 1 video a week. As I said, if I can do 2, I'll do 2. But yeah, definitely you'll probably see 2 videos in a week coming up soon with the new sponsor that I have on board. Now, the last thing, probably towards middle of next month, so middle of December, I'm going to be taking probably about a month off from YouTube. So there might be a time in between. I might do like a Christmas special, or might release that on Christmas Day. I haven't really decided yet. But essentially I'll be taking off an entire month from YouTube. This will just give me time to catch up on everything that I've got banked up for me to do all the editing, some new stuff for me to start filming and working through as well. So I probably won't return to YouTube till, probably mid-January, maybe even about the 20th. So just sort of let you guys know, so you're not just wondering like, where the hell am I? Why haven't I posted anything for a while? Just give me a bit of time to recuperate and, spend some time with my family as well. This year we're spending Christmas Day and pretty much the entire Christmas week at my family farm. So it's going to be really good seeing everyone, who we haven't seen for so long. So that'll just give me a bit of extra material and time to just get things back in track. So that's pretty much it for now. So you'll see the quad bike, you'll see the motorbike, you'll see the A+ engine build, along with a car coming up soon, along with a new sponsor and everything else we have planned for next year. And obviously the 850 as well, which was, really quite an amazing piece of machinery, and the customer who owns it is really excited to see all the videos that I've done. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the next couple of weeks worth of videos. And as I said, if I can release one on Christmas Day, I might just try and make it a little special, whether it be about me or my car, just to give you guys something to go off and learn a bit more about me, for those of you who don't know me too personally, but just want to get to know me a little bit better. So I'm still trying to work out what I'm going to do, but hopefully between now and Christmas I can put something special together. But thanks heaps for watching, guys. Really appreciate the comments, the feedback. It all helps my analytics. It helps me to grow as a person and as a YouTuber as well, also as a mechanic. So if you guys have ever had anything that you want to say or that you want to contribute to the episodes, please leave in the comment section below, or just reach out to me through social media. Instagram most likely is the best way to contact me. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay COVID safe like always, and we'll see you right here with all this that's going on another episode of Tomo's Tune Ups.